Hi boys and girls, let's flip our notes packet to where it says 3-5 dividing a decimal by a whole number. It's the page after the one you guys wrote on yesterday. Today we're going to be doing some long division and we're going to have some decimals involved. Monday's video will also involve dividing as well. So we're going to do two different dividing ones, but for today be on the one that says 3-5 dividing a decimal by a whole number. So we have some steps that we need to go through and follow. So step 1 says rewrite the problem with the first number inside the house and the second number outside the house. So we are writing the first number goes in, the second number goes out. Again, the first number is going to be that math vocabulary word we learned earlier in the year called the dividend. And the second number is called the divisor. So the dividend goes in the house, and the second number, the divisor, is going to go out of the house when we're rewriting our division problems. It doesn't matter which number is bigger or smaller. First number just goes in. Step 2, we're going to bring the decimal point directly up into the quotient. So you need to put the word up there. So you're going to take the decimal point from the problem and bring it directly up into the quotient. If you don't remember, quotient is the vocabulary word that means answer to a division problem. Step 3, divide as you would with whole numbers. So you're going to pretend like the decimal's not even there and just do long division like you normally would. Step 4, keep dividing until there is no remainder. We don't want remainders anymore. We're actually going to keep doing division until we get to a final answer. Step number 5 says we are going to add zeros to the end of the dividend if needed. I know your packet says number. That's fine that mine says number and yours, my video says dividend, yours says number. Same difference. Okay, now that we have the 5 steps written at the bottom of our paper, let's go through and do an example together, just like we have been doing. So, what we have is we want to find the quotient of 0.84, which is 84 hundredths, divided by 3. Step 1 says to rewrite the problem. So I'm going to make my division box. Make a division box with me on the top of your paper. And it says to put the first number goes in the house. Again, it doesn't matter that's my smaller or bigger number, just the first number always goes in. So I'm going to put 0.84. That number is going to go in the house. My second number is going to go outside of the house. That's my divisor. So you should have it rewritten like this. From here, step 2 says to bring the decimal point directly up into the quotient. So I'm going to take my decimal point and I'm going to bring it straight up there. My smartboard's a little off-centered, but you guys get where it goes, about right there. From here, I'm going to divide as I would with whole numbers. So I need to go through all my long division steps. How many times can 3 go into 0? Well, it can't go into it all, so I'm going to write a 0 at top. Now I need to look at then how many times can 3 go into 8? 3 could go into 8 2 times, so I write my 2 on the top. Remember, I divide first, then I'm going to multiply second. So I did 3 into 8 is 2 times. Now I multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. My next step is to subtract. So I'm going to subtract 8 minus 6 is 2. And then I bring down my next number. So I would bring down my 4. And now I go back and I repeat my steps again. How many times can 3 go into 24 now? It can go into it 8 times. 3 times 8 is 24. 24 minus 24 is 0. I am out of numbers to bring down and I don't have a remainder, so this is where this problem in particular would end. Let's do one more together as an example. Okay, we're going to now do this one together as well. So let's rewrite the problem to start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my 0.87, my 87 hundredths is going to go inside the house, and my 6 is going to go outside of the house. So hopefully you've rewritten it with me like that. I'm going to bring my decimal directly up into my quotient, my answer, and from here I'm going to just divide like I would with any other problem. How many times can 6 go into 0? Can't go into it at all, so I put a 0 at the top. So how many times can 6 now go into 8? Because now I need to look at the two numbers together. 6 can go into 8 one time. 6 times 1 is 6. Subtracting, I get 2. bring down that 7. 6 can go into 27. Let's see here. I can't get it exactly 27, but I can get pretty close if I do it 4 times. So 6 can go into 27 4 times. 6 times 4 is 24. I'm going to subtract and I get 3. Now this is why I want to do this problem with you guys, because I am out of numbers to bring down, but I have a remainder. So but step 4 says to keep dividing until there is no remainder. So I have to keep the division going. So what do I have to add on? I have to add a 0 here at the end. So now I have a 0 to bring down. So again, if you have a remainder, but there aren't any more numbers to bring down, you can add zeros to the end of decimals at any time. From here, now I can finish my problem. 6 can go into 30 5 times. 6 times 5 is 30. Doing my subtraction, now I end up getting no remainder, so I don't have to add any more zeros on. So if you end up with a remainder, you add zeros to the end of it in order to make the problem keep going. So I got an answer of 145 thousandths for my second one when I kept the problem going. We'll practice this a lot in class on Monday. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend.